morning and welcome back to Morning Express. For Matter Security, we shift gears and we want to talk about making your living spaces better, more beautiful, spaces you want to stay in. We are speaking interior design with my guest this morning. Joining me in studio is Wangeshi Kanyaki, who is an interior deco columnist here at the Standard Group. Home and Away is the pullout that you write for. And also with us is Nempris Lesich, who's an interior designer. Thank you both ladies for being with us. We're talking interior design. For those who are thinking interior, what is it in short?
Interior design basically is defining your space in a way that is pleasant and it's livable and it's functional, but it also needs to be aesthetic so that it's joyful and it is a pleasant space to be in. And you can do this through various things. You can do this through the paint or how you redo your sofa set in the living room and how you match your carpet and the colors so that when you sit there it's calm, it's peaceful and it's pleasant.
Yeah, so it's about calmness, about pleasantness. What else would you say? Organization perhaps as well?
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and functionality. So it should function according to the person who uses the space. Mm-hmm. And I think also it should be a reflection of the user. So that's how you have interior designers really just to bring out the personality of the users within the space.
What are the key elements when, let's say, for a living room? What is it that you're looking to be able to move around or work with or improve?
The first thing I always think about when I look at a living room is the color. Mm-hmm. And what you want to do is to find colors that mix and match and that will blend properly. So normally you have a background color, which is your primary color, and then you have a secondary color, which is then you use less of it, and then you have an accent color. Anything more than that will be too much. And this lady here will also tell us what kind of colors you use on your accent wall that will bring out the room and give it a sense of harmony and a sense of balance. So the first thing is the color scheme that you need to select.
All right.
And then you need to select furniture that is functional, but then in proportion of the room. Because if you have a small room, you don't want a big sofa that will overwhelm the room. So you want to look for a sofa that's low backed like this and that will fit in and blend with the room. And then now how you arrange the furniture also matters. At the entrance, you don't want a piece of sofa that is blocking the entrance. So you want to organize the seats in a way that people can enter and then go into the living area without an obstruction of a seat or a table.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's talked about some of the primary colors and having that theme color. Some people will imagine if red is my theme, then everything must be red. And it looks like some bloody situation.
Yeah, I think in terms of color, of course, yes. I agree with her. You should have probably minimum of 3 colors. Some you have the accent that stands out, and then you have the rest that sort of are less in saturation, meaning they're not as intense as the accent wall, just to bring everything together. So if you got a red theme, then that would mean maybe one of your walls would be red and a few pillow throws or something would be red as well.
All right. So what do we have here? Talk to us about this.
What we have here are flowers. These we call them scented sapphire flowers, and they are preserved fresh flowers. And what they do is that they last for almost a year. 9 to 12 months if you take care of them, and you don't need to water them. So they are great for reception areas. They are great for your living room. It livens up the room, and you can just have something like this at the coffee table, or a flower vase at the corner stand like this.
Yeah.
Or for small stools, you can have something like this. A small arrangement in the theme colors of the room, and that's it to liven up your room. Alternatively, you can also use fresh flowers. For example, in our Home and Away magazine, today on the last page, you see that there are African violets. One of the writers who has highlighted that, where you can read about African violets, how you can do that.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so flowers are always a good one to have in any space, whether it's a living room, in the office, reception, always just brings out that life. What else is a must-have?
I think, of course, paint. wall covering is very important, and good lighting. I think lighting is a number one key for a space, because then the lighting determines exactly how you work with that space and what you bring into the space.
I also noticed we have a little baggie here. What is this for, darling?
Okay, this bag has little nice things. Now, basically, you want to differentiate your house, and how you can do that, and I'll come to the bag in a short while, is to use unique pieces of furniture. And in today's article, we've talked about the ottoman, a versatile ottoman, which is what people call a poof or a footrest.
Yes.
And that's it. And
just hold it up towards the camera.
Okay. This is the Fine Touch page. We have it on the Home and Away magazine. So every week we give you tips on interior design to make your home pleasant and livable. And in this week we talk about the ottoman, which is if you find a unique place, it will really liven up your room and make it look unique. Now, once you've placed that, and this can be placed can double up as a coffee table. It can double up as a seat. You can put it at the edge of your bed, so that you place a tray with coffee. And then what you want to do when you have your walls, and she'll be talking about the walls in a short while.
We'll soon stand and explain what all this is.
Yes. Once you have your wall, instead of perhaps you've chosen a yellow theme, and your room is yellow and green, you want to place this on the wall. Just a stripe at the middle will solve that problem of monotony.
So it breaks the
color. And you can place it right about maybe 4 inches from the ceiling.
What about when you move in houses? Does it then damage the wall? Because some will have those concerns. It's not your house if you're renting.
This comes out very easily.
Okay.
And then you can just smoothen it with it. Normally when you're moving out of a house, you have to restore the room back to its original color. So this you will just peel off, and then it's sanded down and repainted.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else when you talk about it?
Anything? What do I have here? Another way you can improve your living space is by using candles.
I love the scented ones. Always have those.
The scented ones, you just put them. These are floating candles, and you can place them in water and just make your space look nice and smell good. Utilize your 5 senses. The person entering the room must be able to see something interesting, smell, like you're saying, the scented candles, and they must be able to touch. So you're going to use a lot of textures in your house, so that somebody can touch and enjoy the which other sense is there? Touch, feel.
What am I saying?
Hearing, even hearing. Yeah, you place some
nice instrumental
music.
Fountain.
Yes.
Oh, a fountain! I'd love that.
And a fountain, and there's background sound of fountain. It's very soothing.
What they do in massages have these little creatures, the instrumentals. You're hearing. So Nempris, talk to us about this.
Okay, so I'm actually an interior designer for Crown Paints, and I've just brought a few samples that we usually have in our showrooms. Now, paint, everyone thinks paint is, most people think paint is just, a flat surface, but we do have special textures and special effects paints that assist you to work a 3D element into your living room, actually on your wall. So apart from like the wallpaper or borders that you can use, we have like our Metallica range of paints that you can layer 2 to 3 colors within one wall, just to create an artistic or 3-dimensional effect on the wall.
Right.
We have our Palata, which is our armor coat.
Okay, we need to know which one
I can show you exactly.
Okay,
so this here is a Metallica combing, one of the features that we have that gives you a 3-dimensional feel to the space, as well as it allows you basically to work with not only one color, but you can work with 2 to 3.
Right.
So like the background here is the blue, and then the top coat there is the gold, and then what the painter has done is worked in with a special tool, an effect. So you do have some kind of a wallpaper feel to the walls.
Right.
Then there's this here, which is just one color with a back base or hints of silver, as you can see. It's like a blue with a silver. This is one of our armor coat finishes, which is armor coat Palata. So with same thing as this, you do get a sense of a 3-dimensional feel to the wall finish.
Right.
Then we have same as the other one, a Metallica finish. This is our canvas effect. So it gives you, I think this is more for the artistic people.
Yeah.
You know, it's a more bolder look to your wall. So it doesn't necessarily have to be wallpaper. Paints can give you as much effect as.
So this is paint.
Yeah,
wow.
this is
it's
all
amazing
paint.
how it looks like some of it is wallpaper, especially this one. It's amazing how they're able to achieve that. All right.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, because again, you may not perhaps be able to see this very well at home on TV because of the lighting in here, but it does look amazing in physically just looking at it.
You have a seat. Thank you.
Yes. So this then sounds as a very expensive affair, interior designing. All some of these elements you're touching and talking about. Can it somebody in school, in the campus room who wants to have a fabulous room, how do they go about it without breaking a bank?
First thing I'd like to say is that your living space must look nice, whether it's rented or owned. There's a mentality that Kenyans tend to have that because it's a rented space, I'm not going to do it up. So even if it's your student room or a rented house, you need to make the space pleasant, and it doesn't need to be expensive. At the flea markets, at the second-hand markets, you'll be able to find affordable things. From cushion covers to shears, even just one piece of shear on your window will change the space. And the way to do that is have like 3 sets of accessories, shall we say, for the house. So if it's cushion covers, you invest in the sofa, and in one sofa like this, for example, and then the rest need to be affordable things, that accessories that you change very quickly, so that you can have 3 different looks in the year. So like Christmas is coming up soon, you just need to change into the greens and the reds, and you keep those every year and revamp, bring that interior into the season. So that for now, by the end of November, you should be changing your decoration to suit the Christmas season.
Yeah. All right, Nampris, what are some of the mistakes people make with interior designing? What is some of what you experienced working with different clients?
Okay, I think not really a mistake, but a challenge is people come in not thinking about exactly what they want their space to do for them. So my advice for that would be think about the end in mind. Have an idea of what you like in terms of even colors, even shapes. That would help your interior designer be able to bring together ideas for you. I think that would be the number one mistake is you come in